The philosophy of Jin Shin Jyutsu, Physio-Philosophy, is an important part of the practice. And I wanted to share my understanding, somebody who has really benefited from the lightness of being and the harmony and the softening through the face and the softening down through the throat and belly and pelvic girdle, out beyond the knees and the ankles and the feet, focusing on the exhalation. Allowing that potential of the now know thyself moment where we're actually checking in and tapping in again and again and again, asking ourselves in that way that we do through the exhalation and the softening, how am I feeling now? And what's alive for me in my body? Where does harmony live? Exhaling through and down. And when the emotion arrives, we check in through the fingers, through the holding of the fingers and sharing of the exhalation and the softening through and down and the naming of emotion with the holding of the thumb to acknowledge and potentially soften through and release the emotion of worry, and the index finger being connected to that release and softening through and the exhalation and the acknowledgement of fear. And as we hold, we allow for that dropping of the shoulders and the softening of the face. We can move to the holding and acknowledging in our own time when we want to, if that's what's alive for us, the feeling of anger. And we do that by holding the middle finger. And the ring finger connected to sadness and grief. We want to acknowledge that. We hold that, exhaling, softening through the jaw and dropping the shoulders. Allowing that exhalation down and through. And if it's that feeling of pushing or trying or smiling when we want to cry through that expression of pretense, then we would hold the little finger, allowing for that softening, the acknowledgement, the release of that emotion and the embrace and the understanding and the willingness with the harmony. So when we listen to the pulses in the wrists or we spend time with ourselves, we acknowledge that harmony and exhalation are the focus. And it allows for that place of radical self-acceptance. The allowing for and the valuing and the deep understanding that lies within our potential to begin again. And so we exhale and dropping the shoulders and feeling that lightness of being, the softening through the face, the opening through the throat, and softening the jaw and dropping the shoulders, softening the belly. In our own time, allowing that opening through the pelvic girdle and allowing that exhalation to drain down and through beyond the feet. The greater our capacity to exhale, the greater our capacity to receive, to connect powerfully with that exhalation energy, connecting to that ethereal body beyond the denser aspects of our being. And we exhale through and down, allowing for that exhalation to be complete. And the greater that capacity to release beyond the feet. Reciprocally, the inhale gains momentum with that focused exhalation. And that inhale, just as an innate gift, will rise up the back of the body, above the crown, connecting with all that is above, and then that inhalation is pulled through gently into the chest through the softening of the face, softening the jaw, dropping the shoulders, preparing for that exhalation beginning from the chest down through from that heart center out beyond the feet. In that time and in that way, we're able to just embrace each moment after moment, allowing for that release down and through. And the joy that comes from just recognizing that no matter what flow I do, from any of the flows that I've been exposed to or that I'm aware of in terms of the Jin Shin Jyutsu practice. I recognize that one of the most powerful pieces of that is the exhalation, that chance to begin again, the softening through the body and acknowledging the what-isness of the now moment, recognizing the harmony where it exists, and being willing to be the change I want to feel and see in my own body while releasing the need to control the external environment. And as I prepare, clearing the mind and softening through, I then become effective for change in the world, being able to make some decisions to move forward from a place of grounded, centered, a place of harmony, a place of willingness, lightness of being, compassion. As I exhale, down and through, again and again, powerfully willing to embrace that inner place of knowing as I settle into the next now know thyself moment. And Jin Shin Jyutsu Physio-Philosophy is the art of harmony. And Jin being man or human, and Shin being creator, and Jyutsu being art. As we learn how to communicate with the self and to deepen our understanding, as well as to engage in the exploration of those ancient ways and languages of our electromagnetic and powerful selves. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your love of self. And thank you for this opportunity to begin again. Jin Shin Jyutsu Physio-Philosophy is a beautiful way of being. And thank you for joining in this exhalation, in this now know thyself moment by the beach.